Hey there, I am Chris Palmer, and in today's video, what I'd like to share with you is exactly how you can take an expired domain from beginning until end and go ahead and launch this multiple times easily, cheaply, and quickly. So what we're going to be utilizing for this particular walkthrough is going to be an expired domain that I purchased on Namecheap. So I was able to go through DomCop. Actually, DomCop has a couple API and custom settings that allow you for scraping that's pretty easy. But more importantly, they have an API connection that you're able to make your own little tools with. And it's very, very helpful. But with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to take that scraped expired blog that we've already purchased, websites that can be, basically managed through an FTP client, right? However, for this particular project, we want to go ahead and also have some WordPress blogs. So what we decided to do to keep it, unique IPs, clean addresses, to keep everything unique, right? What we wanted to do was utilize a system much like this system. This might be the best, it might not be. I'm just using this for this network just so we're clear on that. Now, moving forward, what we're going to do if you decide to use this is click on Add New Blog. What we want to do is go ahead and add in the name of the blog. The network will be decided later. We're also going to add the name here. All right, and then what you will do is type in, it should just work that way. What we'll also do is we'll remove this stuff and remove this. All right, and then we will add our blog. Now, it might throw an error. It did not. It went right through. So now it's currently starting to update that blog for us. It's literally getting us into the system and preparing the upload. Now, what's really good about this particular management system is we're going to come inside of here. We're going to go to pending. All right. Now, once inside of pending, we can see that the host that's being utilized is Linode, and we have a unique IP. Now, what I also really like about this is I can go in there and change out my IP, and I could relaunch another blog with a fresh IP. All right, so we're loading in this blog. The next step is going to be setting up the dynamic DNS records over on the registrar. So we're just using this registrar for 100. Then we're breaking up our registrars. So 100 here, 100 here, 100 there, 100 over here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just make this small. So we have both pages up. All right. And all we're going to need to do here is click on manage. And each registrar is different. I've utilized GoDaddy. They have an API. Namecheap has an API. They make some of the things pretty easy. So that's very helpful. So let's go ahead and do this now. What we want to do is scroll down. Just stick with me. So we're going to go ahead and add this stuff. So we have an A record. This is going to be our first A record. Copy. The host, the first one's going to be at, so at the root. Okay, so that's what the at stands for if you're curious. The next one is going to be, we're going to go ahead and add another record. It's going to be an A record, but this time we're going to put www. And then we're going to go ahead and just put this. All right, save. But I messed up, so we're going to go to edit. We're going to make this dynamic, save. All right, and then we're also going to edit this one and make this dynamic and save. Okay, now we need to add 2 more A records, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. So this is an A record at literally the same host. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to put the IP there. And what we're going to do is we're going to call this mail1 and save. All right, these are the same IPs, yep. So we're going to add another record, A record. Host is mail2, and then the IP address, save. All right, so that takes care of those particular records. Now, there's another record that we have to add, which is going to be these MX records, and those are down here. So let's go ahead and put those bad boys in here. I have to see this screen. I need to see it a little bigger. Bear with me here. All right, so mail settings, what we're going to do is we're going to click on this right here. We're looking for custom MX. Okay. We can make this small again, so it's just going to be this one. Copy. We're going to scroll on down here. Where'd it go? Ah! Mail settings. Custom MX. Where did it go? I guess I have to make it big. All right. So in order to see it, we have to make it big. So that's perfectly fine. So this one's going to be a 0. Mail server. Add. App. Paste. Make this the 2. All right, and this priority will be 1. Enter. Alrighty, so we will go ahead and make this small yet again, and that should be pretty good there. The next thing that we'll have to set up when setting up our expired domains, especially quickly, such as this, we want to go ahead and put in our name server. So in order to do that, at least within Namecheap, we're going to take care of it down in here. So we can see that we can add our personal DNS server. So we're going to go ahead and add our name server. And we will put these in. So it's, all right, copy. Name server. So what we're going to do is type this in. And then the IP address is here. And done. All right. Okay, now we need to do number 2. Oh my gosh, why does it make it so difficult? We can add another one in here. IP address. So here, add this in. It's number 2. I hate to break it to him, but I'm not putting in all 5. I can tell you that. If it throws a error later, then I'll come back and fix it, but I am not typing in 5 of those. All right. Pretty sure it should be okay. I don't know why we need 5. But that should take care of that. So now we've successfully set up our A records, we set up our mail client, and we've set up the name servers. The next step, when setting up blogs, especially at scale, at least for WordPress, is you need to be able to have a unique theme, or at least it looks unique, multiple times, but this could become very, very expensive. If you're literally buying each and every one to launch on every blog, especially if you're building out hundreds or even dozens, or, I mean, think about it, even 5, you know, like if you have to spend 50 or $100 per, that adds up. That adds up. So what we're going to do next is Envato. Actually, if you take a look here, Envato offers a program called Envato Unlimited. Now, within Envato Unlimited, they have premium and semi-premium WordPress themes, and they have 1,500 of them to choose from. And what you can actually do is you can download as many as you want. You can use as many as you want, as long as you pay their monthly fee. I think it's like $17. It might be cheaper, but I think it's less than $20 a month for unlimited themes, 1,500 of them. All right. And they're all premium. So they're pretty well done. One of the problems that I've been running into, though, is being able to get the demo content to upload seamlessly. Because essentially, why I utilize this system and why I recommend it is simply because I have a unlimited plethora of demo content that's unique, that there's not a lot of sites out there. Because I know I could go get free content right on, like, say, WordPress, but I'm sure, you know, I want to be able to just use the demo. I want it to look good. I want it to be pretty, and I don't want to have to pay an arm and a leg. So this is how we're doing it currently for this amount of sites. Generally, what we do is we utilize Bootstrap templates on all of our other static sites. So let me walk you through this next step. So what's really great about Envato is you can just literally come inside of here and download the entire theme, all of the plugins, and also the licensing. So that makes it pretty sweet. So all we'll need to do then is come over here. We need to log into our setup blog. It might still be deploying. According to this, it is, but let's just double check. All right, so it's all set up. It has a new install. We're ready to rock and roll as far as templates are concerned. So the next step is going to be this right here. What we're going to do is we're going to come in here to Appearance. It's called Omnibus. Again, I'm not, I'm not affiliated with Envato or Omnibus or anything. It's just what we're currently doing. Okay, I don't make videos to promote stuff, not usually, so there's no affiliate links or anything like that. Don't think I'm leading to a sale. I often get these questions. That's why I'm bringing this up. So no, I mean, I'm literally just showing you how to set these up at scale. One of the ways that I figured it out, and I want to share it with you. Okay. So if I could save you some time, because, we bumped our heads milling through this, so I just want to be able to share that with you. All right, so let's move on to the next step then. With that being said, of course. So I think I've already downloaded this. Let me just double check. Omniverse, I believe it is. Let me see here quick. I feel like I did. Yeah, I did. All right, so here's the download. So what we're going to need to do here is we're going to go ahead and export this. All right, so we'll extract all that. We're going to go inside of here. And then what we see here is we can see that we have all this demo data. Okay. So I would really like to just upload that whole thing, but what I've noticed is when I upload the entire file, it won't take it. It will not take the entire file. It will say, for unknown reason, it will sometimes say that it's missing a CSS style sheet, right? For whatever reason that is. So what we can do though is we could go ahead and give it a try. So we'll go to Choose File, Theming. So let's just take care of that. We're going to go to Themes. Sorry about that. We'll go to Add New, Upload Theme, Choose File, and it's this one, and we're going to use this one right here. Open. And install. So I'm assuming that you already know how to. Let's just see what we're sitting at. This one's a 20. It's pretty close, so I could see why we went ahead and got this one. It's got an okay score. It has a couple links. We're gonna go ahead and set it up. This particular one had a it had a fun little past, so I think that's probably why it made its way to our list. But with that being said, what we want to do is we want to open up SEMrush or a SEMrush equivalent. So it could be Majestic, it could be Ahrefs, whatever you're comfortable with. But with that said, let's just double check that spelling. BAM, G-A-H, that is correct. And what we want to do here is we're going to go in here to the backlink analytics. Once inside of backlink analytics, we're going to scroll down. Okay. This one seems a little bit light. I'm actually curious of how this made it to my list, but relevant to the fact, I'm probably going to kick this one back. But let's keep going forward with this process. Generally, there's going to be maybe 3, 4 maybe sometimes even more pages that look really good, right? So let me give you the next steps. Add a new page, and you would name it that exact title. So it's your website, bangla.com. Like when you create your new page, you need to create this page, right? But let me give you one more step, all right? Let me just share with you the next step, all right? So you completely understand, okay, you can use any system you want for setting up your blogs, right? I shared with you one way to get multiple themes, as long as you get ones that are easy with the demo content, but that's up to you. If you have one that you like, go ahead and utilize it. I also shared with you about, taking care of the IPs, making sure the blogs look clean. I walked you through the setup of the site as far as picking out the pages, but there's one more thing, right? So once you create these pages, all right, and this is a bad example. I don't even know why this is on my list here. Backlink profile, not the referring domains, the backlink profile. So every backlink that meets this criteria, is it active? For expired, it depends on how long it's been expired. So for me, it would probably, for this one, not this one, this one's out of here, but generally, you'll either go to all or active. It depends on how many and how high quality, what's the difference. But usually we'll do all or active. And then what we're looking for is the follows, right? Or you can do the whole list. It's completely up to you. What you'll want to do is export that list, okay? And then after that, whoever your favorite indexer is. I don't know if you have a favorite indexer, or maybe you have a indexing site. Maybe you set up a site that's being crawled through that new page. So this is the process I wanted to walk you through from beginning until end. I wanted to go through the DNS setup, setting up the site, who's hosting the website, all the way to, hey, here's how you would go about getting your content and the demo content or the template easily and cheaply. I also walked you through, hey, what pages do I build out to get that previous existing backlink potency? You know what I mean? Like, that's the purpose of utilizing these. And also, too, sometimes they come with another benefit of old content that was there. You'll go and get that from the Wayback Machine. Most of the time, though, you don't want their design. You just want the content. So I walked you through the pages, which pages to build. It's the pages with the backlinks. And then after that, I shared with you, hey, download the backlink profile, the previous backlink profile, even if they're active or not, and run it through an indexer like whoever you like the most. All right. So with that being said, that walks us through from beginning till end, a little bit more seamless than the beginning of the video. I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that I can help you again. If there's any other questions, thank you guys. It's been a pleasure. I hope that this has been helpful. And bang head on desk. Don't try to reinvent the wheel, Chris. Yes, you know it. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Good night.